Jesus Christ. Thank you. It feels so weird being back. How are all of you? Everyone good? It's a beautiful night here in Blitheville, isn't it? You know, I just got back from New York. Yep, the Big Apple, the city of dreams. Anyone been to New York? What a gorgeous city. Places to get breakfast around every corner, I tell ya. I didn't leave hungry, that much I can promise. Not to mention, the coffee. They have the best coffee in the world in New York, but you wouldn't be able to tell by the taste. No one takes road trips anymore. Whatever happened to that? I decided to take my family on a road trip a while back. Leave it to me to get lost after the first day of driving. My kids were so upset. I'm sure you can imagine two teenagers with no Wi-Fi trapped in a hot car. I won't even get started on when one of them started bleeding. My ex-wife just remarried. I know. But for real, there's no bad blood between us. It was a beautiful ceremony, it truly was. She's Jewish now, so naturally she had a Jewish wedding. I had never been to one before. I'm not sure I went to the right place. I didn't see my ex-wife there. I think I just went to someone else's shitty Jewish wedding. So my balls have been hurting a lot lately. I felt around down there and noticed it was lumpy, like a bunch of Reese's Puffs in my nutsack. I went to the doctor, and the guy says, "You have testicular cancer." I've never been so afraid in my life. One of my favorite memories of elementary school is going to the library. God, I used to love the feeling of checking out a new book and reading it on the bus ride home. I was going through a box of my old stuff the other day and saw I still had a book I never returned. Free book. My daughter just turned 14. My little girl is growing up right before my eyes. Anyone with kids knows what I mean. It's such a special time in a child's life. Every day she tells me something I didn't know. She's so smart. But puberty can also be pretty rough. The other night I walked into her room. She was masturbating. Whoops, I live an hour away from where I work, so I do my fair share of driving. It used to be so boring before I got Sirius XM radio. Anyone listen to Sirius XM? There's some phenomenal stuff on there. You know, I listen to this great show on there about doctors, and I've learned so much. One time they had this guy on the show who had his arm amputated, but he sounded fine to me. You know, I saw a movie in the theater the other day for the first time in God knows how long. These special effects they have now are crazy. They can do just about anything. I saw a movie where they had a guy completely made using computer graphics. They're even using special effects to bring back actors who have died. I wish they could bring back my dad, so I could beat his sorry f***ing ass. You hear about the volcanoes in Hawaii? Isn't that bananas? I don't know about you, but I know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. Not Hawaii. Haha. You like music? Oh yeah, gotta get me some of that great music. You fellas ever listen to John Mayer?
Initiating music sequence. Track input delta. Activating John Mayer.
My dog is finally out of the hospital. Yeah, he's got plenty of health problems, but I assume that's typical for a dog his age. He is almost 11. Yeah, he's starting to have accidents all over the house. When I brought him into the vet's office, the doctor told me it would help if I stopped feeding him crayons. I'm almost out of time, but I think there's just enough for one more joke. I've recently taken up fantasy football. Me and all my buddies go nuts around football season. You should see us. All of us get really into it. We're all adults, but when we really get going, we're like a bunch of kids, I tell you what. And of course, there's money involved, which makes things even wilder. When we were making our teams, I got Brad Jennings on my team. Oh man, were my friends jealous. One of my friends turns to me and says,
"Hey man, I'll give you $10 to let me put Brad Jennings on my team."
And I said, "F no, I love Brad Jennings." Thanks guys, you've been fantastic as always. I love coming here, it's been a real blessing. Of course, I want to thank the curators of Jokes with Yolks for having the courage to invite me back after what happened last time. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and laugh at some jokes with me. I can't wait to be back in Blitheville. Take care and have a safe ride home. God bless.
Less than 24 hours after lawmakers celebrated the installment of a 6,000-pound replica of the Ten Commandments, cops say a man crashed his car into it in the middle of the night, broadcasting it live on Facebook.
Please, God, let this f***ing kill me.
32-year-old Michael Tate Reed was arrested for the alleged crime at the Arkansas State Capitol and now faces numerous charges, including criminal mischief. $26,000 was raised for the privately funded monument outside the Capitol building. Lawmakers passed legislation to allow it after heated debate. Supporters say the 6-foot-tall statue honored the role the Ten Commandments played in the history of American law.
And we're just very happy to have this up and see the law fulfilled.
But the American Civil Liberties Union had long denounced the statue, arguing it was religiously